Hey guys, it's Sarah. So it is Tuesday yet again, and this Tuesday is going a little better than my last Tuesday because it's actually sunny outside and I have a big cup of coffee keeping me going. Alright, bullying. First time I've ever talked about my story, really. Only people really close to me know what happened, or people part of it know what happened. Okay, so if less that I've gone through all of these situations, even if they were horrible, they've taught me an amazing lesson, and they've really gotten me to where I am now, and in my eyes it's a really good thing. So 8th grade year, well 7th grade, I had like a really good friend. I'm not going to say names just because I'm not that kind of person, but there's definitely a difference between bullying and just having rude people in your life. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had a phone call and I kind of got some really shitty news, so that just makes this topic 10 times better. Yeah, so, of course, the daily Ian update. Apparently Tuesdays are the day that, I get all of my, his deployment news, and, so, he might be leaving 6 months earlier, which freaking sucks, but I guess we'll see. I was really expecting, I know this is totally off topic and I know you guys don't even care, but I was expecting at least a year to prepare, and now I have a lot less than that, and it kind of sketches me out. So I'm going to put on my happy face again, get through this. What was I talking about? 8th grade, okay. I had a friend in 7th grade. We got really close. We were like best friends. And at that age, honestly, like if you have a best friend, you kind of just stick to a best friend. You don't have a whole group of best friends. You just have a best friend, and you kind of like throw everyone else out of your life. At least that's how it is with my school and how it was with me. So I had a best friend. Got really close to her. Loved her to death. We were like solid, like best friends. And yeah, so I kind of got rid of everyone else in my life just because we would hang out like every weekend and this and that, and just we were always together. In 8th grade, we were put into a class of mostly girls. Now I said in my intro that I get along with guys way better because in my opinion girls are really catty, at least towards me. I don't know why. I feel like it's just a lot of unnecessary drama, and I just don't handle girls as well as I would handle guys. So that mixture wasn't as great for me, and my best friend was in my class, and as the year kind of went on, she kind of got into the clique with all these other girls, and all these other girls, you know, wanted to rebel out and do drugs and do this and do that. And I'm not saying I'm a perfect kid. I have done plenty fair share of things. I'm not a little pretty little two shoes, good kid, but drugs just weren't my thing and aren't my thing, and I didn't want anything to do with that. I thought it was bad. I thought, you know, like 8th grade, we're like freaking, what, like 12 and 13? Is that how old you are in 8th grade? No, maybe like 14? I don't even know. But you're like babies. And so I was like, no, like I don't want to do this. This is bad. You're going to get in trouble. And of course, since they were younger, they made a huge deal about it, and they had secret words for everything. And they would like egg me on and egg me on and egg me on. Well, to be honest with you, I wasn't really worried about the other girls. I was worried about my best friend. So I told my mom about it, and he said, this is what they're doing, and this is how it's going, and she's getting into this, and she's going to get hurt, and these girls are going to hurt her. And for some reason, these girls thought I was trying to take my friend away. Well, they were trying to take my friend away from me, and I was trying to win her back. And take her away from them. Absolutely not. She was just my friend, and I just cared about her, and I was just worried about her. So my friend wouldn't stand up for herself or stand up for me, and they talked her into a bunch of stuff, and she did it, and we just weren't friends anymore. She didn't like me. She let them talk about me, and she just didn't talk to me. So basically then I was left alone. I had no one. This was probably one of the hardest things I had to go through. It was a huge change from everyone being really nice to your world kind of flipping upside down and not really knowing what to do and not really having anyone. And I remember I would wake up and I would just cry. Like I would just, as cliche as that sounds, I would be so upset to go to school. And I will remember the little things they did, but I will never like remember like the feeling of defeat and how horrible it was, like how much it hurt. Like I don't think I could ever place that pain back on myself. I will never forget it, but I will never be able to truly feel it again, and unless I go through that again. And it was horrible. These girls, some of the things they said to me literally made me want to go home and kill myself. And that sounds so horrible, and I feel for every single person that has ever been in that situation, because I would think to myself, and I would talk to myself like, you know, if I go home and kill myself, these girls will learn a lesson, and they will never put anyone through that kind of pain again. And I would never, not even my worst enemy, I would never wish that kind of pain on anyone ever again. I don't remember all the details, but I remember they used to throw things at me. They would say the rudest things to me. They were horrible. I was in a living hell. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. I would come home, and I wouldn't even talk to my mom. I would just kind of look. Like, I was so depressed. And these girls, they don't know it, but they have changed my life forever. I truly believe that is what formed my depression. That is what kicked me so low, to the bottom, further than the bottom. And when I was on the ground begging for someone to help me, they just kicked me more. And that is something that maybe they don't see, but I will never forget. And that was so painful, for crying out to help and not getting it, and just everyone acting like it was fine, and no one standing up for me. And oh my god, they just used to say the meanest things. And one thing I remember is I was walking into class one time, and one of the I guess you could call her like a leader of the group, she sat there and literally in front of the whole class bitched me out. And I was a very soft-spoken girl. I used to be a very quiet, soft-spoken girl, not stand up for myself, just, take every little beating as it was. And I just stood there and I took it all in. And I just looked at her and I said, okay. When she was done, I just said, okay. And I sat down in my seat, and I wanted to die. I just wanted to disappear right then and there and bawl my eyes out and just go home. But I just sat there. And the whole class, no one said anything. None of the guys said anything. None of the nice girls said anything. Everyone just looked at me. And everyone just let her bitch at me. And if I do remember correctly, I'm almost positive that, they would say things like, I wish you would die. And, things like that. I can't remember 100%. But I don't really know what would hurt me more than just really, really upsetting and sad things like that. I used to sit at a lunch table with them, and at the time in middle school we couldn't switch lunch tables, so I was stuck with that lunch table, and they would all, like, they were just like a pack of girls, and they would just jump down my throat and just chew me up and spit me out and just do it all over again. And I was so upset. Like, I was just embarrassed. I was upset. I was helpless, and like, I can't even imagine going through that again. Now I am such a upbeat, I try to be upbeat person who stands up for herself. If someone were to ever sit there and bitch me out in the classroom, I would probably either punch them or just be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, what satisfaction do you get out of hurting someone and making them have thoughts that they want to go home and kill themselves just so that you learn a petty lesson? It was, oh my god, I can't even explain it. Like, I feel like the only way you will ever be able to connect what I felt is if you have gone through it. And if you're watching this, then maybe you have. And if you're part of the group, then maybe you have. And I feel for you. I feel for you. I can't even, it's got me all emotional. Like, I couldn't imagine being back in that position. I have people that are rude to me every single day, no doubt, but I have never, ever been bullied like that. If you have gone through that, I'm sorry, but just pick yourself up and realize that one day it'll get better. I remember that was my 8th grade year, and my freshman year, my summer freshman year, I cried. I didn't want to go back to school. I was so terrified that these girls would come back and ruin my freshman year and ruin my high school career. And when I got to freshman year and I noticed that none of these girls mattered anymore, it was a relief, because none of those girls matter anymore. And honestly, that is such a relief. Like, it's such a relieving feeling. None of those girls matter anymore, and if anything, those girls suck up to me and they are nice to me now. Don't know why, and they don't know how, that they think it's okay to do that, but they are. And the one girl that was my best friend in the 7th and 8th grade, and who kind of like, you know, left me, we're really good friends now, and she has turned her life completely around, like a 180 degrees, and she's so lovable, such a sweetheart, and we're really good friends, and I forgive her for that. But I will never forget the other girls. I usually don't hold things, but just that pain, God. But I guess I'm just gonna cut it there. I just wanted to say that if you have ever gone through that, I'm sorry, and then I know it's hard, but I know that it does get better sooner or later. And if you can go to school and if it's bearable and you can get through it, then get through it. And just try to make the best out of it and find new friends. I found 2 amazing friends who really helped me through it. And if it's too much on you, you know, ask, you know, do guidance, or ask your parents if you can do homeschool or online school. I know some of the girls in the group do online school, and that's awesome to me. Like, I've never had the opportunity to do that, and I don't know, maybe it would be good. I definitely would love to know how it works. I think it's pretty neat that people have the opportunity to do that. I think it's really great. And if you ever feel like you want to hurt yourself, or in, you know, a drastic matter, kill yourself because of someone else's stupid mistakes and stupid, just hurtful mind, do not do it. Don't do it, because it's not going to help anyone, and it's just going to hurt yourself. And you need to know from me that you are worth more than that. No matter what anyone says, no matter what those girls say, no matter what those guys say, you are worth more than that, and you will get through it. I promise. And if anyone ever needs anyone to talk to, my links to find me will be in the down bar. My little thing will be right here, or right here, my little username. And if I can just help someone in my situation, that was in my situation, like, I would do anything to do it. So keep your head up, know that it gets better, have faith and have hope, and just stay strong, and I know you can do it. And I will talk to you beautiful ladies and gents next Tuesday, and enjoy the rest of the week. So I'll talk to you guys later.